Oh, right. We're in the middle of this fight that was sucky.
Since you've made it this far, let me show you what I cooked up.
Ain't no way anyone survives this. Well, you're in the deep end now. Yep. Like a red flag to a bull, you shake that bat butt. That's every Joker thug's weakness.
I can't remember how I'm... Oh, yeah, I'm using the batarang, am I not? Where is it? Oh, well, you could just stand there like a...
Who's you? I think you were talking about yourself.
I was trying to deal with the batarang.
And you figured he would just let you do that? Woo!
Oh, okay.
Awfully chummy with these guys. Oh, that worked. Go and hack his gams. Gam hacking. This is not helpful slow motion. Ooh,
Okay.
Sack
He's
tapping.
literally in pain, and in pain he kills me. That's just...
Well, that is often how it works. Oh, use their strength against each other. I thought. Oh, wait, no, yeah, that's right. I forgot how far we got. I don't want to do this either. It is gross
Gotten
and
to the
hot
point
and blech.
in life.
Where you're gross and hot?
No, that too.
See, guys can't be that way. If a girl was gross and hot, there'd be some guys at least who are like into the crazy chick thing. If a guy's like that, though, no one's interested in him.
Ain't nobody interested in that. I don't know.
Well, that's not exactly true, though, I suppose. But it's a different kind of gross.
What do you want about?
You'd have to... Well, because there's definitely a... There's a thing. Because, like, one example was the... one example that's actually relevant that you'll know is the... Oh, that didn't hardly work. The guy from Fallout was quite popular with the ladies, despite the melted face and all that.
Oh, yeah.
But that was more, I think, in spite of than because of. So you could be gross and hot, and I guess, provided you're... Well, okay. The slow motion is actually what's hurting me, because it's... I need to get him, and that guy's guarding him. Ooh, rock'em sock'em Batman. Alright, this almost feels abusive in some way.
Wasn't it because of...
I think it's more of an attitude, personality
like his
thing.
Nurturing / kind of...
I don't think the word nurturing came within leagues of that guy.
But
there was certainly a charismatic competence about him.
Well, it's not just charismatic competence. Like,
I think it
obviously,
is.
with his daughter, he was very...
Okay, but no one... That isn't...
protective and...
I think you're giving modern culture too much credit.
Maybe.
I think it was the stone cold aspect of him. Yeah. I don't think I want to give modern... I don't think modern culture appreciates father figures. I'm just saying, it's not... It wouldn't be... If it was a chick, there'd be some people who are like, the crazy is actually what intrigues me. And I feel like that is not how it works the other way. You could overcompensate for the crazy, but that would never be the thing.
Sure.
We're dangerously on the verge of sounding... I don't know what the word is anymore. I'm not even paying attention. I'm not doing much better.
I don't know.
So you're gross and hot? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just getting tired of being tired.
Whee. Well, I can feel that. All right, we got one. Don't try it, pal. I got gams to hack up. Gams! Okay. Well, allow me a moment.
Hack your gams with this guy's hams.
This guy's gam. I'm going to use his gams to hack your gams. Oh, hey, that worked, actually. That got him down. Now I can get a... This just... It feels almost like some form of...
He's smacking his butt. That was too funny. Don't spank me in the honey.
That was good. This does almost feel abusive in some way, what we're doing here. Okay, the amount of time... This is a small enclosed space. I gotta try to throw the thing and dodge within a very short time period. Well, you tired of being gross and hot? I'm tired of being gross and hot too.
Tired of being too gross and not hot enough.
A day gross and a too hot short. I don't know. Can you skip this? I should like to think you could. Yay.
I
That
totally
was
dodged
funny.
that. That was
Oh,
absurd.
double pack, triple pack.
Okay. I can't get out of the way
Triple
when
dead
they're...
gum will make you smile. He's gonna hurl a guy at you. All right. Oh, they're both gonna charge at the same time. That would be good. I think you gotta throw first before you dodge, because you have to hit them while they're running. There you go. I guess you could hit them right at the start. You'd think they wouldn't run in that case, but I guess they're too committed by that point. You gotta follow up.
I'm trying,
Oh.
but then that guy comes and is a... Okay.
Well, he doesn't like it when you smack his butt. He only likes it when the other guy smacks his butt. He does like smacking your butt, though.
That loser didn't stand a chance. I mean, look at me.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say. Oh, actually, I came across a show that I had watched when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember the show at all. It's called The Deadliest Warrior.
Yes, that's. I'm pretty sure we've talked about it before.
Have we?
It was also I was a Discovery Channel kid as well.
But
there we go. Off to a better start.
It with the boys, and
oh, not so much.
I can't help but feel like
it was a TV show. It wasn't what it claimed to be.
What do you mean?
It was a TV show.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't think it's a little like any reality television is the way to think about it.
Sure, I know that, but the thing that it was the Spartans, I think, versus the... I want to say it was the Spartans versus...
No body hucking.
Maybe it was the Ninja.
That would be a strange lineup.
It was a very one.
In what
strange
context would a Spartan fight a ninja?
Well, I mean, obviously that's the whole
I don't
point,
want your gams, I want his head.
I'm
gonna hit his head with your gams.
They never have met in history is the whole idea.
Well, but that's not... They're completely... the Spartans were like a proper army, and ninjas were solo people. That's hardly a fair comparison.
I supposed it was a bit of a... I can't help but feel like in most of their lineups that the determining factor is
This is what I mean by it being a TV show, though. It wasn't...
Well, I mean,
it didn't... the historical rigor it pretended to have, it didn't.
Well, it almost was entirely determined on the
Get him, smack them
advent
cheeks.
of the various military technology, whether it be early like sword shield combinations or whether it be, you know, like
I'm trying to dodge away, and he dodges towards.
Like,
you great big Wazzik.
Pirate versus like Knight, and it was basically like, well, yeah, that's because.
Well, a pirate's not even a soldier. A pirate.
I know,
just
but
a
the pirate won.
sailor.
But it was because almost purely because of the fact that
he has a gun.
He has a gun, exactly.
Well, yeah,
it's
but
like
that's
the
hardly
advent of black powder, and it's like, well, yeah, that seems a little bit unfair.
Well, but even then, I'm not confident. What if he's drunk?
Well, okay.
As they would often be. Well, because the internet debate from like 15 years ago was pirates versus ninjas, and it's like, okay, but one of them is an actual trained operative. The other is at best a former Navy guy who might just be drunk and tired of capitalism.
I don't know that
Okay.
it was inherently drunkenness. I mean,
They
sure,
were known.
They had a reputation for
Okay, fine. Let's to be credit.
Most of them
to be
were
fair
like
to them, at best they are former
seasoned
naval
sailors
members, maybe.
that-
At best, they might have just been sailors who had
Sure,
no
but
military training whatsoever. So the idea that they would be at all comparable is folly.
That's a sleeping.
I don't know. Yeah. The show is predicated on a very silly idea, which is that in most cases these people wouldn't have met almost.
Well, that's I think a
entirely.
given though.
It's not even just because of
If anything, that's part of why it was a
It's
thing.
not
Is you're
even
saying these
because
people,
the-
we don't have any data for what would happen if
Well,
these
of
people met
course,
because
but
they
I'm
couldn't
saying-
have. If it was like.
it's
Well,
not even
ninjas
because
versus
of
samurai
how,
is obvious because they did, and we know what
Right.
happened.
But I mean,
So that
it
wouldn't be
wasn't
interesting.
even strictly because of the
You're getting better at the dodging.
year. Oh, okay.
Well, but
that
that would do
like
a
in other
lot
words,
of it.
it also had to do with the idea that these two wouldn't have even met because one of them is an actual proper, like you said, a proper like soldier in an army, and the other is not at all.
Well, I just find because the other thing that's if you know anything really about blacksmithing forged in fire is also like, yeah. Like the people who know the most about it are probably the people doing it. The panelists, I'm like, I don't actually know that I trust any of your credentials.
How do I get on his Jerry?
Well, I would maybe ask. He keeps plowing him over. Here you go. Smack that junk. Beat them cans. Oh, he's tired of beating cans. Get on him. Use him to beat reversed can beating. You're a good sailor. Smack.
Can you do the can you do the? They literally just.
This is it. You just got to keep doing that until it stops working. Now you got to be careful though, because the other guy's probably about to run. See? They time it deliberately. Yeah, it doesn't work when you do it after he's done. You are in the middle. They are passing you around. Ah.
Okay, that seemed a little.
No, he wound that up for donkey's years. That was... I think it was pure luck that you didn't get hit by that with your nonchalance. I don't know. When you grow up, the stuff you watched as a kid, you realize just how little the people who pretend to know things know. And that applies to both reality television and news. That was a humorous sound effect they followed. Yeah.
Okay, I'm kind of tired of the 2-ton gorilla nonsense.
Well, that's all that you're in for right now. That's what you ordered. It says here on the receipt, 2-ton gorillas. Says, but no, beneath that, special private package.
No.
Up off the floor.
I don't know. I can't help but think that how much do you think mentality plays into
Mentality?
into success in a fighting context? Is it circumstantial purely?
Well, no, but I think that equipment certainly would make.
Well, but I mean, barring equipment, again,
Well,
if you
that's
have,
not the point of the show, though.
No, but I'm saying if we created our own show that was like, give them the same equipment, but the mentalities are different. So you have
training, I assume, is what you mean. It isn't just this guy's a go-getter and this guy's a schlub.
No, I'm talking mentality in that, like, for instance, the Spartans were like, we won't back down ever.
Spartans, I think, would just
ninjas
die.
have a completely different type of training. Which
they would probably, if things were not working for them, they'd leave. Whereas the Spartans would be like, nope, you either kill me or I kill you. Doesn't matter how close you get to killing me. If you don't do it, I kill you.
Which is kind of what I'm getting at. I don't know.
Well, but that would then have to be a different show. Oh, he actually knocked him all the way down.
Just saying, like,
Get me on him. Oh. Give him to me. Woo.
Would there be
smack them jewels?
Another fighting force superior to the Spartans? I think not.
Well, okay, if you're talking about purely mental training, then maybe, because that was sort of their whole thing. But I also don't, in terms of history, probably, if only because they were short-lived even in their own time. Ow! Got beamed with a corpse. Okay, I wasn't looking, which didn't help me. Pack him up, speed bag. Ooh, boy! They've turned to mush. He's just walking around with a little baggie of applesauce between his legs. I mean, at this point, I don't think he's got much to concern himself with, but I mean...
It's not like he's going to be using them anytime soon.
Well...
And the women that are
unless, of course, things don't go well. The women
that are okay with the, what did you call it, ugly hot or...
gross hotness.
Gross hotness are probably okay with applesauce sacks as well.
All right.
Saucy.
Get him. Sack tap applesauce for you. Crisscross applesauce. Get on his back.
And make it toss.
Well, I mean, we're tossing something. No.
As long as it's not his salad, I think we're okay.
All right, we're close on the one guy. I don't know which of you is which, actually, but I mean, not that I particularly care. Womp rat, get him down, get him on, yay! All right, just you and me now, fella. Right-ho, right-ho, right-ho. Applesauce for you. Okay, we're doing better. Come on, lad. Let's finish him off. Oh, he kneels. He says, I am beaten. My sack can't take any more. All right, Joker, you're next.
Where's your...
Bring your pretty sack to my
No. Bring your purple sack to my...
I don't think... No, I don't want to think. Easier deciphering, that's fine with me. I'm taking the easy way out. That doesn't look like a device at all. Joker. I want to siphon yours. Oh, okay, I gotta destroy it. Okay, sorry.
Don't say that. Was it this game or the previous game that we made the milk reference?
It was, of course, the other one. Oh, those ones blew up out of sympathy. Okay.
Oracle, I've destroyed the Titan production facility, but Joker escaped with enough to cause us real problems.
Just when you think it can't get any worse.
They've been using a venom plant hybrid to create the Titan.
There we go. That means we gotta talk to everyone's favorite weirdo.
Arkham Island, who can help us.
And what makes you think poison?
By that you mean my favorite weirdo.
I thought you didn't like her.
I was obviously being facetious.
She'll be somewhere.
It wasn't that obvious. You put up a good fight.
I'm talking about right now. I'm being facetious.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about then.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're into. No way through the elevator shaft. If only this glass was glass. Is that the solution? Because that'd be funny. It should be the solution.
I'm here to say that I want to break the slash in a major way.
Oh, dumb. This isn't nearly as interesting. I'm literally a glass house. All I need to do is throw a stone. I just got an upgrade for this, and it ain't done squat. Whoop.
He looked at the camera like, dude, you suck at this.
Why do I gotta go back out the way I came? No, I'll just jump in. Why do I gotta? Joker or Riddler or whoever you are. Whoop. What? What was the purpose of this then? What was the point then of me hacking that and getting out? So the solution was to break the glass. I just needed something more potent to do it. Who's authorized this? I would be getting smoldering burns. Oh, well, here it is. This whole room would have lit on fire from that. Alfred, get the Harrier jet out! It's burning all the oxygen in the room!
You gotta do it like the Christian Bale Batman though. Alfred! Alfred!
Alright, can I get out of here?
It's burning my suit, Alfred! I thought you said this was supposed to be flame retardant. Get Lucius on the phone.
Oh, okay. This isn't a kind of rock I can crack. Well, so what was the...
It wasn't just a tough nut you could crack. It was
So,
actually a rock you could not.
The solution to how to get out of here is not to go through the giant hole that the jet just blew through? The moon is not that big.
This is after Gru did
Whoops.
Oh.
So that wasn't it. Well, how do I blow that up then? I gotta explode that. Well, what am I supposed to... Can I do this thing that the other game let me do when I do my... No. Is that an ability I have to unlock, the whole tightrope walking business? No. Yes. Upgrades, explosive gels, items not Sonic, none of this helps. So, in the other game, I could use this thingy, and then I could like jump up on top of it as a jump rope. Not as a jump rope, as a tight rope. And well, because I can't break through it, so I have to somehow plant an explosive over there. But I see no way to do this.
Launch said explosive? Can you?
No,
is there
it's
like
just
throw something like simple, like a
well, batarang ain't gonna do nothing. I don't think I have exploding batarangs. I don't. Best I got's a remote control batarang. Doesn't work. Well, this is dumb. How? That's the only thing I know how to do is that I could set up the thing, the type rope thing, and then spray that. And I still would like to try climbing out of this stupid frickin' massive window. Well, this is dumb. Maybe I don't. Something tells me this wouldn't work because I don't think it should. But I could theoretically, I mean, how close do I have to get for this explosive to actually work? Like, oh He was jittering along the wall. Oh, I forgot to press the button.
Oh, I'd like to thank my fans
Grappled. Yeah, I get that. It didn't.
and the people of Gotham.
Please tell me that I don't have to go through the fight again. If I do, I'm giving it to you. What?
Something to get over this ravine.
Yeah, in your opinion. Oh, okay, so he does actually summon the jet, which arrives in record freaking time. It literally arrives within 4 seconds, 5 seconds. And then ignites all the oxygen in the room.
Batman dies.
And then everyone kind of wonders. And I have to walk towards the jet that's still in the room while I leer at this. Yeah, I get it. You know, Batman, it seems irresponsible doing it this way. Why not just keep everything in your belt? Yeah, I get it. Hold your horses. Yeah, no, I can't remember how to do that. So the best thing I can try is to get as close to the wall as possible and plant an explosive and hope that that works.
Now I can go find Ivy.
Come on now. All right, you okay? This might be as close. Dadgummit! Batman, if you could just keep it in your pants for a second. He's so violently attracted to walls. Okay, come on now. No! Woo!
I must undulate.
Come on. Come on. Get over here. Come on. You got another couple inches you could go. Whoa!
I'm so freaking boned.
Okay. We won't ask questions. We'll just accept the lot fate has given us. Okay, come on. That's as close as I think I can get it. I don't think it's going to work, though. Did it work? Nope. Okay, maybe I have to come back later. There's no...
Through there.
Well, I mean, I can destroy this, but I don't think it's the same.
No, hack it. That's a hacking.
No, it isn't.
Pretty sure it is.
Oh. It looks explosive. It looks can-like. I can't use this either.
I pity you trying to defeat my challengers.
Eat my skids! What are you even on about? Pheromone ID. Why does Batman have pheromone ID for... Okay.
For who?
I think Batman is not telling us as much as we think. Oh, it's already sabotaged. Okay. Batman apparently already has data stored on Ivy's pheromones, so do with that what you will.
Tell you where he stores it.
It's like one of those water sticks.
Wow.
Just going, walking around.
Oh dear.
What do they call those? They're not called water sticks, so that's all I could think of.
Joker was busy while I fought his monsters. He'll pay for this.
Come on. 35%. Batman's almost up to a semi. The rat catch needs much. Oh.
Oh.
Pamela, I got you what you asked for.
Are we up to 3/4 now?
Yes, Stephen, I love it. Such a beautiful flower. Do you mind if I keep it?
Oh, no, Pamela, I can't leave it. It's against all the rules. I'll just bring it and show it to you when I visit.
But it's me, Stephen. I get so lonely on my own. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you?
No, of course not. Keep it. Just don't let anyone see.
Oh, that guy was dumb.
You can trust me, Stephen. Thank you. Now give me a kiss.
I can't. People will see.
No one's watching
This dude
with you.
is a simp. We know what this dude likes.
Call me Ivy.
Of course I love you.
What? Okay. Oh, 56.
Oh.
We're getting it up.
It was starting to chitter chatter.
I surely don't want to know what that looks like. It's happening. Yeah, 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 yeah. 82%. Batman can't hold it. Oh, oh, oh. Where do I use the rage? 93. So she was right here the whole time. Ooh. Ooh, I don't want to know what you're gonna do with that thing.
Found us, but I won't let him hurt you. I'll kill him first.
Ivy, I know Dr. Young mutated these plants to produce venom.
Yes, and I heard it through the grapevine. The evil woman paid the price.
I need you to help me create an antidote.
Why should I? Let Joker have his fun. I'll enjoy watching you squirm.
You've been in the dark too long. Every plant on this island will get the same unless you cooperate.
There's a plant growing deep in Arkham Island. Only it can counter the effects of this Titan strain.
Where do I find it?
Oh, and Killer Croc there. You didn't think it would be easy, did you?
Just gotta go take a cold shower.
Or I'll be after you next.
And I'll be waiting.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
I need to find a way into Killer Croc's lair. It's somewhere below Arkham Island.
There's nothing on the system about where he's kept.
I found a door
We already-
to that gate, but it's shut tight. There's got to be another way in. I left guard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't we come across the door where he was supposed to be? Okay. Well, no fun for Batman. Oh, hi! Would you all like to stand there? Ready the bowling ball sound effect.
What the hell is that?
Is that it? Oh, I thought that was actually it.
Oh, that I gave you credit. I thought you were.
You hit like an old man.
I'm old enough to be all y'all's daddy.
You're gonna bleed.
He just punched the air. Ah! Okay, I was gloating. Oh! That elbow did things it should not have. Alrighty, well, that was a waste. Where is... Oh, this is where it came from. Yeah, I don't remember where that room was, but I guess we'll find out. What?
What in the world are those?
I don't know. Okay, can't go this way either. Hang on, well, there's only 3 ways in and out of here. Oh, there's a secret. There's a secret way, a dark way.
Through the tunnel.
Well, I mean, they said it's below Arkham, so I suppose it's probably down here somewhere. What? What?
It's like an owl that's just ahead.
Gee, what? I'm confused. Someone drew a sphinx from memory. Give me that. Oh, I can't do this. The other game let me do this. Because I'm pretty sure this is the one that's like, oh, I can't grapple onto any of this because it's all falling down.
This area is falling apart. It's not safe to use the grapple. I need to climb up the old-fashioned way.
Whoop. Yeah, well. Whoa.
Crazed lunatic that wants to jump your bones.
Well, he's got a bone. Or I've got a bone. He won't be jumping, though.
He's got a line. You got a bone.
He'll never jump again. Okay, I'll substitute for this one.
At last. I thought you'd never find it.
You know, I thought you'd never let him drop. I don't know why I have so much of a vendetta against the Riddler in these games, but I do. Ah, they're everywhere. See, like, I should just be able to reach my hand through and grab this. This is a big opening. Whatever. Okay, come on, bats. I do not have a clue about where I'm going anymore. This is where I came in? No, I came in somewhere else.
And it's a dead end. Oh, nope, I was wrong.
But...
Why are you going back?
Because that wasn't it. Or was it? I didn't think
Seemed like it was. I don't know why you went back. I'm not sure.
I think, well, it's okay.
I think you have to get up there, and then you do that with the little
Can you defeat
vent
a mind
thing in there.
such as mine?
Why do you not shut up? Oh, this is a different vent than I came in through. Ew. See, that means Riddler was in here doing what I'm doing. I can't imagine that. And
Like you got a real weird, almost anti-obsession with the Riddler.
well, because he's obnoxious, in my opinion. Well, enemies means I've made progress.
We turned on the phone. You're trapped over there. Yeah, not so
Should we bowl for soup once more? You want to try it? Didn't think so. Well, I guess that was the right way. Didn't seem like it. Okay, so I guess I still have to deal with all of you. Oh, 5 of them. I just did that in plain view of pretty much everyone, but... You coming up here?
You heard
Come on. What? Oh, right, I forgot.
What are you doing?
What do you think? If I can... Oh, okay, well, I didn't think he would do that. Dang it. I was... Okay, I thought I could take him out before I got into the vents, and then I was gonna... they're draining me. So, not so bulletproof, the suit.
You might think he's bulletproof.
I didn't think that he was going to open fire. I thought I could knock him out and then get into the vents before the other guys turned around, but 'twas not to be. Well, I have a topic that I was going to use, but you're just going to walk up, hey, pal. What you guys doing? You giving a speech or something? A topic I was going to use back when it was more fresh in my mind, but now it's old, so there's only so much I can drum up.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the film Raging Bull?
No, but now I'm intrigued.
Well, it's not worth it.
It's about a bull who was raged.
I mean, in a manner of speaking, I suppose you could, yes, but... Whoa, well, you didn't take him out. He wasn't, you just... Okay, and they all see you. I think you've been watching too many Batman movies.
What does that mean?
Well, I think we've already established that the suit's not bulletproof enough. So just charging at a guy, uh-oh. Sign-in change?
No.
Who's signing in? Who? You've been hacked.
No, I didn't get hacked.
Well, it's taking us away. You got hacked. Well, what's that?
Weird.
How
okay,
did...
push Y and then just go back in. That
Well,
was
it's not
really
even...
strange.
No, what? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, I have to blur all this out now. Or not. Y'all could probably figure out what to do better than us. If you want to hack in or sometime. Now you know. Well, that was stupid. At least it seems to have saved the progress. So you've not heard of it. You know anything about it?
Not particularly. I
Okay.
mean, in thinking about it, I'm not.
It is a famous movie. It's Martin Scorsese. It's like supposed to have been a big deal. And there was one shot, which may be the only reason the film is worth anything. I am being not totally exaggerating when I say that. Because I watch, you know that I watch the odd sort of...
Avant-garde.
Well, that, and I do troll YouTube a lot for like video essays about random movies and things like that, and I often use that as a recommendation. So there's one scene that came up, which is interesting from a cinematographic level, as if I can coin a phrase. And it happens in sort of, I guess you could call it, for lack of a better term, the climax of the movie. Those of you who have seen it will probably know it's the Sugar Ray Robinson fight with the. I can't describe it. It's an interesting in-camera effect that they achieve, where it's. I'd have to show it to you because it's essentially just like a dolly zoom with an interesting. The whole point of it is you came up. Oh, they came up the other way this time. There's a perfectly good ladder right here. I was using as. Well, did you leave one of your... Well, you left your friend behind. Nope. No help for you. Your friends left you alone. I could show it to you if it would mean anything. But it's just an interesting sort of in-camera effect. Come on. Get close enough. And so that made me think, okay, this is sort of one of those sorts of... Where's the contextual button? You...
Open. Push.
Well... What can I not do? Great takedowns from now? That was dumb.
I feel like you're assuming that all these are in the first game, but this was all probably
why are
added
they
for the
there
second
then?
game.
Why are they there if I can't use them for that purpose?
To hide.
Well, that's stupid. Batman should be able to do a takedown like that. Here's your guy. Anyways, I watched it because I saw that, and I was like, okay, seems like an interesting film, and I knew nothing about the context, but here's the context as best as I could give it to you. Imagine if Rocky was an abrasive, unlikable jerk. And that's the movie. And so the broader question
So it's Rocky 2.
No.
Rocky 2 was like that, I feel
No,
like.
it wasn't.
It was. He kind of was a jerk in that movie.
I think Rocky is never a jerk in any of the movies. That's kind of the whole point of Rocky, is that he's a good guy.
Get over here, everyone.
Get him. I'd get him. So I think your opinion, because Rocky 2 is better than most, in my opinion. Well, that was interesting. If you survive this, that'll be a cool shot. Get him while he's on the ground. Whoa, you punched him so hard he found his feet again. Friends coming. Guards with guns.
Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but sure. That was really...
Whoa, that's a pose.
That was really stupid.
It was. I'm glad you see it that way. So that's the crux of it. That's my dismissive pitch. Is if Rocky was an abrasive jerk, I could use worse language. That's what the movie would be about, and I didn't like it. But here's the thing that threw me is when I got to the end of it, and I was like, that was a waste of time, because that, like,
Is it purely because you don't like the main protagonist, or?
Yes, but I don't feel like it's a subjective thing as much as that might sound like a subjective thing, because the film, as from what I gather, he's going to do it this time. All of the reviews that I watched or tried to find, I looked up some critical reviews because I got to the end thinking maybe this isn't as well received as I thought it was. That was a long freaking way for me to do that, but okay. I could have bungee jumped off of that thing. Coming for you. Bring your pretty face to my bat claw. See, I also used to be able to disarm those guys from a distance using the bat claw. What we're getting at here is Arkham City was better. Anyways.
It was after this.
Yes. But it was still better.
What you're getting at is that they added things like any decent game developer should.
Yes, and that makes it better. And I'm going to retroactively judge this game. Anyways, keep getting off topic. Because I thought maybe it was just this one guy who was trying to talk about this one shot, and I extrapolated from that it was a good movie. But then I looked it up, and it's like, no, it's definitely well regarded. People say it's one of Scorsese's best. Not only that, but it's like it's classic 80s film. And I was like, okay. And the thing that tipped me off, and this is the broader discussion I want to get to, is at no point does anyone make a defense of like this character or that the film is trying to portray him in anything other than a negative light. It's like, the point is you're not supposed to like this guy. And it was odd how many reviewers used the phrase unpleasant. And I'm like, okay, so you all acknowledge that this is an unpleasant film to watch because this guy's just an abrasive jerk. But apparently that's the point. And that's enough for some people. They're like, but don't you see you're not supposed to like him? I'm like, well, then why did you make a friggin' 2-hour movie about him? Like, you could have saved me the time. And this creates a broader discussion. The rumor weed. Okay, so I am going to have to fight Ivy. That's what I was expecting to happen when I went to find her. Okay. So anyways, I guess it sparks a broader conversation about, does a piece of art have to be pleasant, I guess, since that's the term everyone was using. Because there's a part of me that recognizes, obviously, the answer is no. But if
It must be having a different effect on ivy.
I don't know.
Plants are growing.
Are you intuiting what I'm attempting to say? Because I don't think I'm bringing it across well.
I don't know that it needs to be.
It certainly doesn't have to be a pleasant thing in the sense that, like, oh, it makes you feel good. No,
I guess,
obviously.
Especially in the context of a story that's like a true story being.
Well, that
told.
is part of it. Is that this is apparently was a real guy.
To the ones Ivy used to attack Gotham.
Then in that case, I go, yeah, a movie can be good and still tell his story correctly if he was a jerk. I mean,
but then I guess that raises a question of like, why make a film about the guy?
Well, maybe he was historically significant.
Well, he's not really. He was just a boxer in the 80s. Or I think he was a boxer.
Historically, in his sphere, he was obviously.
Maybe. But then it still is like, do you... Because this raises a question, I suppose. I'll reference the Romantic Manifesto again. Because I can't help but do that anytime art is involved. But the question of whether or not your subject is worth having a piece of art made about them.
Well,
because part of the analysis is like, why is it the Greek or the Greco-Roman mentality on art? She makes a point saying, obviously the Greeks and Romans were aware that not everyone was like this perfect Adonis-like specimen, despite the fact that that's all that they portray in the art.
Right.
And it's like, it's not that they weren't aware that things other than this exist, but that this was the ideal,
idyllic, yeah.
and thus was worth portraying in that way. And the implicit argument she kind of makes is that thing that which isn't that way is not a suitable subject for art. And I wouldn't agree with that necessarily.
I think that something can be art and not be our ideal picture of something.
Yes, but here's the thing. There is something like catharsis. The idea of something being tragic or difficult or in some way unpleasant is, I suppose, it's valid in itself, sort of, but I mean, you know what I mean when I say catharsis, right? Where it's like, there is still something we enjoy about it.
Sure.
A tragedy can still be compelling, even though it's not a pleasant thing.
Right.
So,
it validates is what it does.
Yeah, and this is the thing about this that I didn't like is that it wasn't just like, oh, it's a sad story because you feel for this guy. It's like, no, he's just an abrasive jerk. Like, he's actually a pretty awful person from start to finish. It's not like we see his progression from an okay guy to being an awful person, because that I could almost get behind, where it's like, because that happens to a lot of people. Fame and success can turn a decent person into a terrible person. And so if he started out as a sort of nice, charismatic, decent guy, and then, succumb, if that's the right conjugation, to fame and success, it's like, okay, that I'd still maybe not pleasant, but it would have at least felt like it was a story worth telling. Because here's the thing. Oh, y'all are just hanging out in here, okay? None of this bothers you? It's the cop with the scowl. I was just saying. Because basically the main takeaway that I have from the movie is really the only real lesson to be learned is just don't be like this guy. And I'm like,
well, I mean,
okay, sure, valid, I guess. Could it have been told in less time then? Because I'd like some of my time back. If that's all that this was going to be about, is don't be like this guy. I feel like you could have gotten away with less. This is the guy that just...
What's the deal with the plants?
It's complicated.
I'm seriously somewhat... Like, he looks as if he's attempting to murder me with his brows.
What matters is that I can stop the plants taking over the island, but...
Then
What you don't know, sir, is that the brows I have underneath this mask would send you running.
Like, I don't even know
You
what...
think you've got
I don't know
brows.
what I would have to do to a person to make them look at me like this. But it would be something heinous.
It's a winnowing gaze.
Well, that's... Yeah, there's something in that wishes me harm. He looks like he'd eat me if he had the chance. If I was stuck in a prison cell with this guy, I think I'd be eaten immediately. Aaron Cash in the Arkham Mansion. Okay, so I literally had to come here just for you to tell me to do that? Where's the Arkham Mansion then? It is really hot. Okay, here we go. Well,
yeah,
thanks.
I mean, I don't think that... I guess the short answer for me is I don't think all art has to be making you feel more positive by the end of the
But it
interaction.
has to have something
But it
worth-
has to be something that... I don't know how to say
I mean, would you say that you have to have some kind of takeaway from it?
Yeah, it's got to contribute somehow to your life. I mean...
And I don't feel like this did. So I got to the end of it being like, I'm not, because we've seen things together that are trash, and there's still an element of like, even a bad thing is worth seeing.
Sure.
So it's like, just because I didn't like it doesn't mean I'm going, I wish I hadn't done that. It's like, I tend to avoid such ways of thinking, but this pushed me on that, where I was like, I kind of wish I had watched something else. So yeah, that was just that was my thoughts.
I have been trying to watch more I wouldn't call them artistic movies.
Oh, good for you.
By comparison, but
you should go back and watch Locke again.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. But I mean, for me, in the same way that it depends, I suppose, on the genre. When you're like reading a book, you go into a book and you say, okay, well, this is what I'm expecting based on the genre, based on but it's like,
if just because of book or film doesn't meet your expectations, I don't think that's necessarily.
No, it's not. It's not that they can't supersede or override.
Wait, hang on, this is the Arkham Mansion.
The expected script. It's just a...
Oh.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't exactly
This
know.
is your piece of junk. Why do I even have to be... This is, again, just... I miss the Nintendo days when you stuck the piece of plastic in the other piece of plastic and it worked. Why do we even have to be logged in to do this is my question. Modernity sucks and it should all burn. That's a separate
Make
topic.
a film about that.
Yeah. It's about a guy who burns down modernity. It's the Ted Kaczynski biopic. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
What?
Actually, now that I think
Somebody
about it, I bet
burning
if
down
I looked, there is one.
I mean, it's not about circumventing expectation as much as it is I want to
All right, so I've already figured out
have
this
the complexities of whatever artistic medium it is, whether it be video or whether it be music or a book or whatever, to be again, like you said, it's contributing to my life in some capacity. Not even that it takes away or makes worse or better if it is negative, but to
intensive
say
treatment. Oh, I didn't hear him say any of that.
like when you watch a feel good movie where it's like you come away feeling inspired or feeling,
Yeah, not everything has to be that.
but there are also times that you are maybe more appreciative of life when you get into a movie like what's a good movie example
That's the
of
real
this?
question these days, isn't it?
Well, but I mean, like, if you get into like more of a tragedy, like you said, on a classic like Greek tragedy level, you can still relate to and connect with this story itself.
Well, it's cathartic.
Again, yeah, it's...
Ooh. Something tells me you're not the guys you dress like. Uh-huh. I do hope you're not a member of the fire brigade. I will crack your nuts. Here they come.
I also, well, it's a little bit of a... So if you are a new creator of art, I also think that being avant-garde simply for the sake of it is where it becomes irksome. Like, when it's like, we're going to do it this way, or we're going to film a piece of toast falling from the counter. It's like, why? Because it's artistic. It's like, no, it's not.
Well, I don't know.
You know what I mean? I mean,
well,
people can make art out of all kinds of stupid things. Like, imagine time-lapsing like a
piece of toast, since you're on about it.
That's time-lapse paint dry. And they'll be like, this is the movie.
Well, but see, the secret...
And the whole point of this movie is that it's boring to watch paint dry. It's like, okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, see that... in my opinion, if it starts to be trying to be a meta commentary, where it's like, again, we've talked about the urinal sculpture, the guy who submitted a urinal to an art thing because he was basically making a point.
Yeah.
It's like, this is not the piece of art. In your mind, what you've just done is the piece of art. You know, the film about paint drying isn't the piece of art you wanted to make. The fact that you made it is the art you're trying to make.
Right.
And that, to me, does... But I don't think there's much of that.
No, maybe not.
I mean, maybe there is if you look for it, but it's certainly not come across my feed.
No, I guess I'm just saying...
Because, again, I mean, you don't like a thing like Locke, though, because I think the interesting part about that is that it manages to make such a simple concept interesting, at least to me. So if you could make a film about toast that was actually interesting, that would be interesting. But I suppose that's what separates the good from the not good, is the ability to do that.
Well, but that's, again, about contributing back to meaning for you. You know,
I don't know
as
how to get this guy.
I think
oh, Mamma Mia!
He got you good.
Well, hey, sniper, there's a guy here you could shoot. Apparently he's only interested in shooting me. Put him down. So there's a sniper up there, and I gotta somehow... What? Well, I think one of these things is trying to molest me. Yeah.
Like, what other, barring the film you just saw, what other films have you watched that have been out of the box or innovative without being obnoxiously so?
Well, I think you know the answer
to the point
that.
that we lose our...
You know the answer to that.
Well, I mean, obviously Locke.
You just don't like the answer to that.
No, I'm not saying... But I'm saying clearly not only Locke. I mean...
Well, no, but I mean...
Like, I actually really appreciated a documentary called Blackfish. I don't know if you've seen that. It's about the failure of...
Get up here, Bats.
Of SeaWorld. And some people are still miffed about the documentary, but it does a great job.
Has it actually gone under?
Well, I mean, they're not doing great, but the bottom line is they certainly had to change the way they were doing everything because the fact that orcas are not actually able to be domesticated.
That's not that was never their desire.
Well,
A zoo is not for domesticating animals.
It wasn't a zoo, number one, and number two,
Wasn't it? I've never been, so...
They literally would, like, do shows where they would ride on them and
yeah,
have
but
them
zoos do that, too. I mean, not with whales, because they don't usually have whales, but zoos have shows with animals.
Not like... Again, that would be like the equivalent of them doing some sort of a show with a lion. It's like,
They absolutely do that. Circuses do that.
Yeah, circuses, and there's a reason why they're
people still
outliers.
Well, okay, but do people think about the circus the same they think about SeaWorld, apparently?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
never been to either.
What happened with SeaWorld was enough people died because of the fact that they weren't being able to actually keep control of things, and then it ended up turning out that even the way that they actually were finding these orcas is a bit cruel and not particularly...
But see, that you could argue is, I mean, a documentary has a different purpose because that's meant to inform you about something important.
Yes.
So again, it might be, well,
but
obviously this is
unpleasant.
unpleasant.
Could be artistic as well. I mean, I appreciate
sure.
the... Nope,
it doesn't,
not gonna happen.
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I would say...
Take
that has
that,
a... Because, for example, Schindler's List is another example of a movie that is certainly by no means pleasant.
No, it's no feel-good movie, but it's a great movie.
It's important, is I guess the point. The subject matter is important. You have to get on the ground and punch him. You just punch them when they get up. He got smacked in the butt. Both of these fools are still alive. Get on the ground and smother him. He's going to get you, and you deserve it. Okay, get on the ground and punch his nuts. Now you're going to get shot by the sniper because you're in the middle of the square, but... something that is difficult to watch, but it's important, is, I think, that has its own exception. But if it's difficult to watch and it's not important, like this, where it's like, okay, this may have been a real guy, but why are you telling me about him?
Right.
Seems like he deserved what happened to him because he was a piece of crap. And so his life fell apart, and so I don't feel bad. Like, why, again, unless it's just a cautionary tale about don't be a piece of crap, it's like, okay, the Brothers Grimm managed that in a couple pages sometimes, so why on earth are you putting 2 hours into this? You are still getting shot, and you're going to get hit by weird orange spores.
Orange spores. Can I get...
No, you can't get up there. He's surrounded by spikes. You got to go somewhere else. Preferably not right in front of him, though, because he's going to start shooting you.
Okay.
Do a little cape twirl. That'll at least give him something to aim at. Uh-huh. Can you hack anything in there?
Didn't look like it. I'm going to go around.
I don't know. I can't help but feel like there's a certain pretentiousness about certain art critic types, which when they talk about things that are just bad. Or not, okay, again, I don't want to say it's bad, because bad has multiple meanings. Ooh, what weird grapefruits are pelting you? Well, you're standing right next to it. Why? Destroy the thing. How do you do that? You might want to look at the thing before you're trying to destroy. Ew.
Can I actually... Oh, okay.
Oh, you're being subsumed.
Dead as...
Back to 100% again.
That alone was worth that death. Give me that death. It's death. Good God. Sorry. That's a good song, by the way.
It is. I mean, I think everyone knows that, though. It's not a new...
No, I'm just...
But there's something pretentious about saying, yes, the whole point of this is that it's not any good.
No, I think that's just an excuse.
Now, here's the thing. I understand that it's not that it's a badly made film. Like I said, the thing I first watched about it was about how its cinematography is really clever. It's like, okay, but good execution of a bad idea is still bad art.
Sure.
Now, some people wouldn't agree with that. In fact, most sort of postmodern people wouldn't agree with that. I do believe that both the execution and the subject matter are part of the art, and thus
I would argue
can
that
be.
Most thespians would actually disagree with that sentiment.
I don't think I think they're still very postmodern.
Well, maybe, but I'm just saying that
Darn it.
Their argument would be if you can be compelling enough.
Yeah, but I'm not compelled by a guy who's a jerk. So unless, maybe they would say, well, then they didn't make you care about this guy who's a jerk.
Maybe.
But that's the thing. I get the sense that it's not a failure to make me care about this guy. It seems as though I'm not supposed to care about the guy. But then it's like...
Well, then what was the point of the film?
Well, that's exactly my question. It's like people seem to be defending the idea that you're not supposed to care, and yet I can't help but feel like the very act of making the film implies that I should have cared.
As Gotham's veins,
I
care.
agree with you, even in this sentiment of...
the effects were felt
I resist calling it recording or like, I suppose capturing something, whether it be on...
Yeah, what you like...
when you capture something in life, it's to preserve its effect. Correct? You know what I mean? Like, and if it's an art piece, it's in order to preserve that moment. So
yeah,
like, take something like the Mona Lisa. It's like that.
Well, but that was potentially not even a real person. So I mean, that
well, maybe not. But I'm
muddies the
just
water.
saying. But it still preserves that moment of.
Well, it's meant to express something or communicate something,
right.
I suppose.
With some staying power. I mean, the idea is that it outlives you. Would you not agree that that's almost innate in art? Is that it is not eternal? I mean, that sounds a little bit. That sounds a little bit dramatic.
Well,
but
and
I
don't think it's not like because that isn't always the case. You can't control what happens after you've made the thing.
No, I agree, but I mean the whole idea of
again, it's like you're attempting to bring to focus something you think deserves focus. But if this guy was terrible, why does he deserve our focus? That's, I guess, the question. So, I mean, I also watched not too long ago the film Downfall, which is about Hitler, and it's also not a pleasant movie. And it's also not a movie where it's like, oh, you're supposed to like this guy, obviously. But again, it's like, this is still something... I mean, ironically, I felt they at least do a good enough job to make you not... I don't know. I feel like their portrayal of Hitler was in some ways not as dislikable as this guy. Now that's saying something, I suppose, but...
So this guy... Okay, so what specifically about the guy bothered
he's just
you so much?
Well, it's not even that he's like a uniquely terrible human, because he's not. I mean, he's just sort of a general sort of lowlife. It's like he's abusive to his wife, he cheats on her, and he's abusive to the woman he cheats on her with. He's abusive to his family. He's just... And it's not... some people try to argue if it's like, oh, it's actually a film about toxic masculinity because he can't express himself. And I'm just like, this is such BS. I'm not letting this... I refuse to let that be the interpretation. Because first of all, that's not in the film. Because again, if it was like, okay, this guy struggles with something and that means that's why he acts this way, that doesn't have to be a justification. But that would have at least given it some reason to care or some kind of message. But it's just, he's an a-hole the whole movie, and he never ceases being an a-hole, and we never really see why he's an a-hole.
But no one, it sounds like part of the issue you're having is he doesn't have a comeuppance moment.
It's not even that, because people don't always, like that, there isn't always comeuppance in life, and I don't think it needs to have that. It's mostly just, again, the only thing I can say is if the point was, this guy's a jerk, and so his life falls apart because that's what happens when you're a jerk. And it's just a cautionary tale? Okay, I guess. If that was the point of the movie, which it seems to have been, I guess I can't fault it for that. But it does, in that case, if that's all I was supposed to get out of it, I'd appreciate it if it was brief. Because it was a long-ish movie that didn't go anywhere other than just end to end with that. I don't know how to get in here. I mean, is that the only door? So anyways. Yeah, because again, it's not like this is just a ritual murderer who you're supposed to think is evil and awful. And it's like, it's not even that. It's just he's a generic, low-life, scummy deadbeat. And in some ways, that's almost... Because like a film, I mean, it does sound perhaps a bit disturbing. It's like a film about a serial killer might have even been more interesting, because at least that's unusual. But this is just generic deadbeat.
Just a guy.
Like, yeah, there's nothing unique
life.
or special about this guy. He's just an a-hole.
Almost like Locke.
No, he was not an a-hole.
Defend yourself. It was just a random guy in a car driving around talking to himself.
No, but that's the thing, is that he was, I think that he was likable in certain ways. There were things about him that were admirable. Obviously, there's things that he did that were stupid and that he screwed up. Sure. But there were other things about him that made him more of a complete, compelling character. He was not just a-hole from start to finish. I should be able to get him from here. I'm playing the long game. Oh, I can't do it from that far away. That would be funny. Set up a tightrope above him and just be like, hey, tough night, huh? The question I suppose I should be asking is this even where I need to be? Is that entrance the only entrance that he's covering? Oh, perhaps not. Oh, well, something tells me all this contains is these. Get off the brickwork!